Undocumented immigrants can be easy prey for people looking to make a quick buck, but few operations compare to what's been uncovered in the Bronx by our investigative partners, Telemundo 47, Investiga, and WNYC Radio. They discovered a man with accreditation from the Department of Justice selling ID cards with a bogus promise the card would protect you from deportation. Telemundo 47 Investiga's Pablo Gutierrez live in the more saniest section of the Bronx with more on what he's uncovered and how state and federal officials are taking action. Pablo.
That's right, David. And now the state's attorney's office, the New York State's attorney's office, is coming after this Bronx-based nonprofit. Based on our investigation, the Attorney General's office is demanding that they comply with state regulations, but also they're demanding that they stop selling these bogus ID cards. For immigrants living in fear of deportation, the sales pitch sounded like magic. For $200, you could buy a national identification card that would stop the feds in their tracks.
Usted no va a ser deportado.
If you don't talk and you let the ID do its job, you will not be deported. The creator, Carlos Davila, bragged in a YouTube video. He even used a fake image of Michelle Obama holding the card, called ID for ICE. We asked ICE. They never heard of it.
Dr. Davila, ¿cómo está?
In a joint investigation, Telemundo 47 Investiga and WNYC Radio tracked the card to this Bronx nonprofit, A New Beginning for Immigrant Rights, Inc., where I pressed founder Carlos Davila about the powers of his card.
And then ICE doesn't touch you.
No, you know, we can't say the ICE is not going to touch you, but it's a big possibility that I will not, he will not do what they do with other people.
The card does list immigrant rights, and that makes it no different than similar cards handed out for free by many non-profits.
This is like a fundraising for us, and we take the $200 as an initial payment to go to represent them.
He's talking about representing people with immigration problems through his nonprofit, which is accredited by the Department of Justice and the Board of Immigration Appeals. Congresswoman Nydia Velázquez says it's an important federal service.
To empower low-income immigrants that do not have the resources to go and hire a lawyer.
When Velázquez learned of Davila's ID card, she was livid. Velázquez sent a letter to the Federal Trade Commission and the U.S. Attorney demanding Davila's operation be shut down, calling it, quote, a total scam.
What we need is to make sure that the federal government provides adequate oversight to prevent people, unscrupulous people like Carlos Davila, to take advantage of immigrants in this country.
In another twist, our investigation discovered Davila may have another legal hurdle with the feds. Certification by the Board of Immigration Appeals requires people to have good moral character. Davila was convicted for manslaughter and later misdemeanor sexual abuse. It never came up because the feds don't do background checks for the program.
Told the Department of Justice about those two convictions?
No. Because I don't have to. They never asked me for any information.
And the Attorney General's office this morning told me they're still checking to see if Davila has complied with their demands. In the meantime, 6 members of Congress are demanding questions of this federal program that permitted Davila to be accredited. In the Bronx, Pablo Gutierrez, NBC4, New York.